Welcome to day 4 of Holy Week, where Jesus has entered into Jerusalem and his ministry is deepening and his ministry is speeding up to some of the more popular aspects of Holy Week. So you've got the Lord's Supper, or the Last Supper, and you've got the cross and the resurrection. But I don't want us to speed so quickly past these middle days where Jesus is teaching and he's telling parables and he's preaching in the temple. The things that he would have said would have been very peculiar to the religious leadership, in part because Jesus' following was magnetic. People just loved him. They just were drawn to him. And in part because what he was saying was largely for people who would have understood that he was the Messiah. And all the while, these leaders are scheming in the background, trying to figure out how they can deal with Jesus without angering the people who loved what he had to say. So we're going to pick it up in John chapter 14, where Jesus is in Bethany. Bethany is a little outskirt of Jerusalem, and it is where he raised Lazarus from the dead. John even records that in this story, Lazarus would have been present. So we're in John chapter 14, verse 3. While he was in Bethany, reclining at the table in the home of a man known as Simon the leper, a woman came with an alabaster jar of very expensive perfume, made of pure nard, or spikenard. She broke the jar and poured the perfume on his head. Now, realize there wasn't a cork or a screw top on this perfume. It would have been one solid piece of clay that would have needed to have been broken to been used, so that it was designed to be poured out completely. Verse 4 says, some of those present were saying indignantly, in other words, they were just extremely angry to one another, why this waste of perfume? It could have been sold for more than a year's wages and the money given to the poor. And they rebuked her harshly. And then Jesus said to them, leave her alone. Why are you bothering her? She's done a beautiful thing to me. The poor you will always have with you, and you can help them at any time, but you will not always have me. She did what she could. She poured perfume on my body beforehand to prepare for my burial. I tell you the truth, wherever the gospel is preached throughout the world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her. So to her, what she had done was very logical, and Jesus praised her actions. They were not logical to most people. They were not wise by human standards. Jesus doesn't look at human acts of wisdom. He looks at the love and the motive behind the act. Mary saw what others did not see. She saw that he was not going to be the political powerhouse that was expected. She saw him for the substitutionary death that he was about to bear for her. Because his death would be the most significant thing in human history. Those who were seemingly wise were silenced by Jesus. So perhaps this week we need to look a little bit deeper. Let's not be convinced of our actions using our natural earthly wisdom, but rather ask, have I encountered the Messiah? Who is he? What has he done for me? They missed the spiritual for the physical, and I pray that we do not do the same. So today, maybe get some time with your family, get some time alone, and reflect on how you can elevate Christ in your life. I hope you have a great day.